Hey there, everyone. So I'm just back to do some more drawing. This is where we left off, obviously pretty scrappy. I'm gonna put that away for now, as I just do a study on hair, because probably gonna do hair or the body. So I'm just gonna study some random stuff around hair and the body and stuff like that. So let's just do that. At first, just gonna test the pen. Okay, cross. I'm just coordinating, that's all. Alright, cool. Alright, so first thing I want to do is I want to study hair, and I want to study it in very much like a weird way, a way that you've probably not seen before. So I put an ear here, right? Maybe earlobe there, whatever. You can imagine the rest of the face. I don't know. Let's just put it in. Yeah. I don't know. It wouldn't even do that. Something like that. Like a neck. Something coming in here. Cheekbone. Whatever. You got this head. And we're just going to literally study different portions of the hair. So, got the sideburn, sort of portion the head on here. We're just going to do it in like 5mm little slots like this big. Because say you're going to change like an angle, significant slot, so like this big. We're going to do this on the hair. So we've got this side slot here. And then we're just going to analyze it. So this is usually thin hair, right? Because when you have something on this specific slot, right, the hair it'll come out, but then it'll sort of be weaker. It'll come out, and then it'll like be sort of thin, and maybe it'll do something, come out, and be thin, come out, and maybe that starts piling in behind. That. Like this is weird. It's like, oh my god, what is this, hair plugs? But you'll get this accumulation across here. It won't be on the scalp. So accumulation won't be on the scalp. It won't be on the bend of the scalp. It'll be down from the position of the scalp, from the position, that main turning position, right? That you start to get an accumulation, which is going to start to thicken it, but also narrow it. Once it's thick and produces a lock, then these fibers are going to start fighting with each other, right? So that's where you can get things that start to bend or do something. So here we have a simple idea, which is come out, come down. One's gonna like cross over in the front. Other ones are gonna come out, come to that position, and come out that way. And you're gonna get this crossover point, which is where there's going to be extra thickness. There's going to be a ridge point on that hair, and then there's going to be some form of regular sort of volume. So there's going to be a volume space, there's going to be turning spaces on the hair, and then there's going to be these lock points, and then there's going to be like the flow points that stem off from those, right? Okay, so we have that understanding. Just gonna test, like, making sure all the volumes are right and stuff. All right, there we go. Just ask someone that's watching. And okay, so when we have this, there's going to be, first of all, some volume coming off here. All right, so doesn't matter. This is just a bit of a study. Then there's going to be a turning point because of gravity, which is then going to go to a lock point. And maybe, let's say, there's not much hair left, so it's just gonna do a whippy thing, right? So what else can it do? It can't really do much more. It can't jump in front of the face. It can't really do anything. It's just locked where it is. Then let's go here. Let's actually change, like, color a little bit every time we do this or something, so that it's just like, I don't know, see differences. Let's go in this third. All right, so then we've got this section above the ear. So that's going to do similar things, right? But the bend point's going to be different because it can't come over the ear. Like, the lock point's going to be around about the ear, and if it's going to be on the ear, does it jump over? Or does it create like a lock point in here where these points are bending almost prematurely to get this lock here? And does that lock do anything? Does it, like, rebel and push back out, or does it keep going? But it's going to be interacting with other hair here, so we'll have to get back to that as to what it's going to do. So that's a very mysterious little section there. But I would generally say it's probably going to go back here and add a little bit more volume to the mix of what's going on everywhere else. All right, let's try this one. So this section around this part of the ear, this one's probably going to lead way back this way. So you're going to get this bend point here, and you get the volume that comes off. It's probably just going to be depressed and coming down, and then it's going to come back this way. I think, yeah, I want to do it more there, so we get a little bit of actual color. So it's coming off, and then it's coming back this way. Okay, that's cool. It'll come to like a lock point. How much hair is going to come off there? I don't know. But you've got more points to consider after this. So this position behind the ear, well, this is going to be freed up some, but generally there's thinner hair behind the ear. So the turn point's going to be here, and then it's going to come down. And then it's going to get to a lock point around there. And let's say there's some hair down here. What's it going to do? It's quite thin. I think it's generally going to, like, collect with these locks and come to like a little lock point here, and so on. So potentially you've got a ripple effect in the hair. What is this? Like, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or something. It's interesting. And then you're getting like these lock points are kind of like interlocking. Maybe that's what makes like braids so interesting. Because maybe it actually follows some sort of natural feature of the hair that we don't really think about or is completely subconscious. This is quite interesting. So you end up getting what is essentially a braid or a lock just flowing from that. And maybe because there's this narrowing, like as you add another stream, like another stream that comes in this way, you get like another thickness that adds in, and then you get like another thing from here that adds another thickness. So gets sort of chunkier, healthier, fatter as it is sort of in this area, and then it reduces again as you only get like the longest strands. I think when it comes to hair too, is you'll get like some strands that will be able to go long, and then other ones will just sort of remain shorter strands. Like they might not grow as long because, you know, it's organic, right? So there's some sort of taper, and then there's going to be like a max point of the hair and then a reduction. So some parts are generally going to just have like this amount of hair and this amount of hair. And then there's going to be points that have like the bulk of the hair. So the bulk of the hair isn't going to be on the first two. It's going to be starting on the third. The third, and then it's going to go right up until the fifth or whatever, and then it's going to start dropping off again. So maybe you can have like something like this, this, and then da, and then start dropping it back. So the hair will gain a fullness, and then da. Something like that. So maybe you have like hair like this, like an ear. Ear, bop, 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 whatever. Have the ear. And this hair that's operating like this, or whatever. There's all this stuff feeding the main whatever, and then you're going to have like this main form or shape that's going to form from it. And so, by rule, just this strip of hair, I guess, from the sideburn to down here is going to have a form that has to taper. Like it has to have a tapered form just by the physics. Right, cool. So that's one portion of this study, that's going quite quick. I like that. And then, you know, it's not like infinite amounts of head spaces left. We know like across here, they're all kind of much lighter hair, like down across this nape of the neck region, it's very light hair region. So it's not going to add too much. It's just going to maintain a little bit of volume away from the back of the skull. it's not gonna like add too much, and you're gonna kind of like get a curl or a curve underneath here because of this kind of like waterfall effect of like it's still adding hair, but it's sort of it's not adding the main like bulk or heaviness of the hair, so it's just going to hold it out from the neck. And you could have like hair from here or whatever, it could be coming down, but it's not going to be touching the neck because it's going to have to come off, it's going to have to come away from this main bulk here before it comes down, because it's not going to be something that's right in here just dropping down. It's going to be hair that's sort of come out from here that's going to be dropping down, or more commonly, right? So then there's going to be things that come out from there, and say if you've got hair from these upper regions or whatever, they might come across here and become longer like sideburn bangs from this second row here, because then they're coming over this ridge here. They're adding a second amount of hair, so the bend is up here, and then it can come over, and maybe you can even add hair from here, and then that can essentially come over the top, so you'll get this shape like this coming from the upper ridge here. So you can get this kind of like this side bang, but it's not going to come from the actual sideburn because there's just not enough growth space for that. But it can add to it, but it will generally keep it away from the face. So if you have a face and the ears here, and there's this row of hair, this is always going to jump out a little bit before it comes down. And then if you've got this one hopscotching, jumping over it, right, before it turns, and then it comes down like that, and then you're going to get that taper. So that's going to be like a natural shape for the hair to form in, and the forms behind it are going to naturally have a little bit more bulk. So right there, bang, you have some rules. Whoop. Like it's not going to cling to the face because of the weight of the hair or whatever. And bump. Bump. That looks so bad. Alright, whatever. So also, say you've got this section here, these little sections, what are they going to do? They kind of have no choice, really. The hair has to come up in this direction. It has to. And then it either has to come in front of this hair, or it has to go over this hair, or it has to go back. That's the only sort of directions it can go. Or it can come over this way, or sweep around and across this way, right? Can do this kind of thing. But if it's sweeping around this way, it's going to narrow in. So it's going to have this thing if it's going to be cutting across, because the main bulk of its hair is going to be here, and then it's going to have to narrow off. The only way you'd get more hair across here is if it comes from this section, And that might, if say these hair strands are sort of almost coming upward or directly pushed across, maybe it can come across like this. But it's generally going to want to fall. If it does that, and then it's generally going to fall away from the face. So yeah, you could have something like that happen, but that's just much less likely. That's kind of cool. It's interesting. So why is there a gritty bit on my tablet? Oh, whatever. It's fine. Wondering, is my pen nib broke? Might be. Alright, whatever. So let's keep going. So we've got this section, this section. I can already tell, because there's more of these along this ridge of the hair, there's going to be so much more volume. And this is probably where the most volume of the side section of the hair is coming from. It's got to be. Because where can it go? It can't go down. So it either goes back this way, like it goes back this way, or it comes out and over. So it can't really go forward. It's going to go either back, and then if it goes back, it's going to really bulge. Especially as, you know, you get more of it. It's going to really bulge. While this one, you know, it's bulging a bit like this. And then narrowing down here. This one's going to bulge quite bigger. And it may cascade over here. And it's probably the only ones that are going to do that, because this is so large, in fact, that hair from this region, adjacent to the middle, it just has to flow over, which will add to this bulk again, right? Or it has to go back, and some of it will go forwards. So like at the front part of the hair, this portion of the hair can move forwards. So if we have this portion of the hair, like this can add to the front thing. So if we have like, I don't know, have enough to do this little thing, you can get like a little bit more backup, which then adds like a little bit of bulk in there. Before you get that hair turn that can, you know, be put behind the ear or whatever. And then say you've got this part here, which can also come down, right? And then it's going to whip off. And then you got this section here, which is going to come off like this. And okay, so you got this one back here, which is can go like this, and back here through down here, and back. You might have something like this. So let's say this is more of a turn face, like this. very flat face. But hey, so this part, but then it would have to ride in. This part here can combine with this to create like something that like this could join with this, and maybe they're connecting here, like that's the lock point, and then have to come off. So there's some ideas, there's some stuff like, yeah, it's not going to attach to the neck directly. And then you've got more back here, but can you see that? And then might be, okay, cool. So I feel like there's even enough learning there to go and apply. Because there's not much to say after this. Like there's this back portion of the hair. Okay, let's do the back portion of the hair. So the back portion of the hair, you've got this part, this part, this part, and this part. This part I feel is still going to move more towards the sides. This part can't. I feel like it's going to fan out sideways. Like it's going to flatten and create more of like a waterfall-y effect from where it's coming from, rather than it just coming out from the head and whatever. So I think it's going to do more of that, or do that and then come in. So like if you have the back of a head and you have like the ear, like this might come out and then come in, like come out, come in. But it's also going to have like features where it might just come like this. So you are going to get this bulk thing happening from this part, but it's not going to be crazy. While in this part you have like those kind of forms which do that, and then this part which can come out and over, back, creating like a main sort of bulge. And then you've got this one, which is also going to be coming back and combining with different things here, but then this is going to be combining with that, merging through, and then there's going to be one that does this as well. So that's going to create like some volume off from the back of the head. And so everything is creating like this volume off the head. So we've got like a head shape, and there's going to be like this kind of thing going off around the head. Especially on the side, you're going to have like this, like that. And then here, maybe bigger. And then you're going to have some here, but they're not really going to have much choice as to what they're going to do. So you get this weird thing here. So bop on a head. You have an ear, And then you have these masses on the head. Cool. And you know, they've got to go somewhere. And they're going to do it from here. They're not going to do it from the head. Right? So it's almost like you have this, and then you have points around the head that are going to produce the hair. And it's going to follow certain rules. Okay, so then there's ways to maybe even do something like you think about the scalp or the whatever, and you've got your ear, and you just think there are these points. That connect. And then, you know, you've got your face, whatever. And then it's gonna do whatever it does. Like, does it join? If it does, it creates more form and a bigger mass there. If it doesn't, then it remains smaller. Cool. And then there's like general rules, because say if it's on the side of the head, it's got to go over that way or it's going to go back. It's generally not going to go forward there. Cool. All right. So then that takes us to this, which has a horrible hairstyle that has had zero study, obviously, on hair. And then we're gonna change that. We're gonna change that. Oh, why did I do that? Merge. So, to new layer. I'm going to just straight up erase all this. We don't need it. Do we want the ear? Nah. Wait, we don't want that either. Okay, cool. Goodbye. Okay. Now the head. Okay. I'm just thinking about forms of the head here, so just bear with me as I just kind of like feel out different aspects, because you get a muscle here that then has to go behind the ear. Oh, it doesn't go behind the ear, it goes in front. There's a specific... Yeah, okay, it goes in front of the ear, cool. There's a bone, it comes down here, alright, cool. And then there's like some muscles here and stuff, okay. Alright, cool, and then we've got muscles along here that pull the scalp. Yeah, so definitely... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a mistake I'm drawing on that layer. Whatever. Okay. So these muscles are doing this. It's got like other muscles here doing this. Bony textures. Out there, cool. And then the hair is gonna start like here. Okay, so if the hair starts here. Alright, I've got to get rid of the thing on this layer. It's really annoying me. So, bone. There will be hair starting here. Quite soft. And more along this ridge. Along that ridge, okay. Then as you get here, come out. So it's going to start around here. If her hair is connected here, it starts there, it's going to come up a bit to ridge around here. We're going to ridge, and then there's going to be a ridge that curves around the head. Back this way, okay. It's the starting line, and then I'm going to get a ridge up along here from these parts. It's going to come up about this far. So these are like the minimums of the hair. There can't be less hair than that. And we've got some off here, but they're gonna retreat. Okay, and then we've got some here. But these aspects are gonna be bulkier, so they're gonna bulk up a bit. And this section here, okay. So sort of minimum, get this sort of thing happening. The ridge along here, maybe a ridge along here. Minimum. I'm just grabbing some ideas from that. Okay. Just trying to get information right now. So this has happened with this top part, right? So the side part is doing something, and then there's a back part of that which is doing something. And then there's that other back part along here. So something. So this could be quite separate from something that the hair is doing back here. And you could have the second section of hair is going to add to that, right? You get something like this. Tapered effect along there, and then maybe you even have break-offs. That might do something. And this could come up. Come up. Come up. We can have stuff in front, like what's happening with this section of the hair. I'm just grabbing information here, but it seems like there's even a design here, like, already that's, like, seems fine. Either it can cut across this way, like, maybe she swept her hair back purposely because of the, like, the conditions, and then it's holding behind the ear. But how would it do that? Like, if you're holding behind the ear, it can't come across like that. It's got to come like almost over so that it can reach the ear, because otherwise it's not gonna hold. And then there's got to be more mass up here because it's got to bind with some of the back hair there in order to get behind here. So you've got to like block out some of this, get this, and then there's got to be a bigger bulge along here. So the hair might do this, and then yeah, you're going to get some sag along here, and then this has to be much more voluminous because it's moving behind the ear. Do we want to move it back this way? Like, say, all the hair's sweeping back? If it is, some will come down this way. Like some of this side hair, it has to go somewhere, so it's going to come down here. All right. So then we have like kind of silhouette going here. What's this? Out. I want to see these with color. So this section. And then there's this other section. And then there's this back section and side section. Just how'd it get so high? Well, that has to be high. It might drop lower than that. Well, it often would. You wouldn't have the entire mass of the hair come off like that. You just wouldn't. Not the entire mass. You may have strands though. Strands that come off. Right? So you could do something like this. Have a shape that contrasts with this longer scything curve. Cool. But have that like that. Actually, we should make this a different color. Then you have these back hair portions. That are like this. I don't know. And you could have, look, some of this blue could have come off. But otherwise everything else contains back this way. Okay. Cool. At least it's functional. It's not amazing. But at least I know how they're interacting and where the forms are and what they're doing. So that's good. Don't know what the thing here is doing. Maybe we could do something like that. Now maybe think of something compositionally that suits. That's a lot of hair. Alright, whatever. Cool. That's doing that. I'm just feeling the hair here. Just getting a sense. Yeah, so that's about the right place. Actually, might not be that. got this back here. Might already be bending by then. Might get a gap. Maybe you can have that gap lead into the eyes. Maybe it comes around this way. And then a final flick. And a lock point. Maybe like that, like this. Maybe like an asymmetrical one. There we go, we're getting some sort of funky, cool thing going on here. I like it. Starting to look psychedelic. Let's get some yellow in there. Just so it stands out and comes in front. There we go. Then we'll get some lighting on this in a bit. Like this part here is obviously going to be darker, this part that I'm coloring in now. Okay, while this next section along here is going to be brighter, it's going to catch some more light around there. Not necessarily under here though. There's interesting undulations going on here, like across the hair and the different portions of the hair that are connecting. It's kind of cool. Do I like that idea? Maybe. Maybe I just don't like this part. Yeah, maybe have some like rim light along this part. Maybe a single strand that comes off of this that does some sort of elegant thing. And then another one that shows like what's happening. Then you have this back there. Have some sort of rim light along the edge. Rim light on that Ridge light on the edges. Some sort of ridge light on here to catch this gap. And then the ear. If we want to give an ear. There you go. Already looking more elegant. Hey! Hey! Victory! From 0 hair skills to passable in, I don't know, 30 minutes. It's cool. Whoa, the skew is off again. Alright, I'll change that. I'll duplicate this. And we flip, and then where's the skew? Edit. Transform. I always get the skew wrong. Oh. Alright, and then we can get to the body, which is so 2D, it's painful. So yeah. Alright, let's start thinking about that. So the body. Right. I'm going to start off with some white. And then I'm just going to take away stuff that I don't like. So go here, here. Goodbye, hand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boobage. Your boobage is too large. It's distracting. Dislocated shoulder. I don't know, maybe I'll make that darker. Oh, there's such a good chance for contrast there between light and dark. Anyways. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't one I expected. Why did it do that? Who knows? That's just bizarre. There we go. That'll do. It's just because biomechanically the only way that it's like the thumb's got to be cocked, so that's why I'm making that change. Like this has got to be cocked, and then it's going to go down and around this way, like the bone. Bone's only going to get to like here maybe, so this arm will have to be up more. And this is rotated over like this. Ugh. Bit wonky. Maybe more than a bit. That's just weird. Whatever. What's going on? Oh, right, because it's underneath. Something along in here, and then you get this. Yeah, that can really push the three-dimensionality by just having a little bit of an occlusion over that, front and back, and then you can have like a little shaded area underneath here, causing that dark and light, and then this shouldn't get promoted too much. There we go. You can add like loads of 3D there. There needs to be like a perspective warp here. So I think I'll just literally add that in with this. Actually, take this. Pop. Now ignore it. It's in your face. I just reduced it a little bit so it's not super in your face. In your face. Okay. And that's kind of crazy now. All right. That's better. But the arm doesn't seem proportionate to the body, so maybe I can just experiment. Oh god, that face is not proportionate to everything else. Sorry, lady. Face isn't really complying. Control Shift T, I think. Ugh. Ugh. What the hell is going on? Oh my god, I'm so bad with the mouse. Let's flip it and see how much I destroyed it. I didn't destroy it. Cool. It's got 4 eyebrows, but look, fits a little more now. I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Save state. All right. And then do I really want to include that? Maybe not. Whoa, no. His chest is way off the body. Cool. I'm kind of tired, so probably going to leave it here. Not to overexert anything too crazy for now. Whatever. That looks off to me. Quite off, but whatever. I think it's perspective. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm just fully confused now. That's closer, or at least feels closer. Go. So messy. I think I could do something to the whole thing here. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yes. mangled mess. Woo. Yeah, that's more natural. There we go. It's not quite right. I think it's a skew or something. It's just off. I think it's just on the inside here. Edit. Transform. Skew. Pretty close. There we go. Okay, cool. For now, I'm gonna have to leave it at that because it's too tired. There's stuff with the hair I can do. There's stuff with all kinds of things I can do here. But like, okay, with the hair, what's going on? Here, along here, here. All right, starting to get the base of an idea down here. And I'm just kind of messing stuff up here, but whatever. Oh, he's messed it all up. Now her face is broken. Maybe there. Oh God, so how do I? Doesn't make any sense. Huh? That's interesting. Ew. Why does it jump back so far? Maybe it's because of all these. Wow. That's why. That was good to know. Cool. I just think that's kind of cool. I don't know why. I just kind of like that. Whoa! Whoa! Blowout! Wait, stop it. Cool, I'm gonna leave it there for now and see what we do later. Take care everyone and have fun learning. Alright, bye.